Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. You've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is a big-arm guy who's learned how to temper some of his throws. Actually has added a lot more touch and accuracy as his career has gone along. Big-time confidence in his arm, though. Any throw you want, he can make it.
On first down, it's Stafford. Ebron caught left side. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And on this offensive unit, one guy that's proven himself early in the NFL is Eric Ebron.
A very reliable target for a quarterback. They always love tight ends because they're right in their sight lines. If you get it to this guy, though, he can take it the distance.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Stafford. Snead's got it. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
You better be afraid of me.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. It's complete to Snead. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And they'll run here with Tavon Austin. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. We'll look now at our starting defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Got an open man, it's QT. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 15-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll run with Austin. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Stafford. He completes it to Tate. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, here's Stafford. This is caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Willie Snead. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage, came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Prescott from the gun. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the two guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they got out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Give them 18. The Giants have a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Out of the backfield, it's Austin. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Prescott. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed it, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all. So
now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. On the carry here, it's Austin. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
180. Check 53. Check 53.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 58 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. This one complete to Jordan Reed. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Mostert. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Nothing too fancy there, a simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their heads and kind of pointing to each other like, what just happened there? I think you were onto something.
Mostert. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And he completes it to Cohen. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. This is Mostert. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman. 3rd down here. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there gets them a bit closer, but you can bet there's probably some guys on that sideline, Charles, thinking we deserve a better play.
No doubt, Brandon. Those 2 misses earlier are kind of hanging over them right about now. In a tight one like this, if those are makes, then obviously this is a completely different game.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll run on first down. It's Austin, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now they'll run on the draw. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Prescott. Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Draw play, Cohen, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Prescott now. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Prescott now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Prescott, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed. His first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Lady! Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, just like that. Just
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's got his man. This is Tate. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. From the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On third down, it's Prescott. He's got Fuller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on third down. Now Mostert. Dante Hightower on the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Prescott off play action. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And now it's blocked. And the Giants have got it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
That's our ball. Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. And an alley to run. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Completes it to Austin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 34-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Stafford. He finds Austin complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Stafford. This complete to Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. To the air again, Stafford. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Auden Tate as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone, and he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
To throw again on second down, Prescott. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. From the 35 on second down, Prescott. That is caught by Cohen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
First down, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by McManus is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
17 yards and a giant first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards and a giant first down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. Snead's got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 12-yard line. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. It's complete to Snead. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
3 down, 3 down.
Throwing on third down. Stafford. He completes it to Tate. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Auden Tate. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Seibert on for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Come on, fellas.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with it.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got Green. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
22 yards there, a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A first down throw for Prescott. And he completes it to Cohen. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Finding Green complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. On play action, Prescott. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Caught right side, it's Snead. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play in that situation.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Finding room at the 30. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Prescott on first down. Green brings it in. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Right back to him on first down. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. On 2nd and 9. Prescott. He's got Fuller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And to give the nail back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Raheem Mostert with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
The Giants on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store with Dak Prescott. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Prescott now from the 50. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Redskins on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the counter here. Cohen. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. And this one complete to Reed. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. And that'll get him to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the 22, Prescott. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Out to the left here to Reed. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Prescott.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe. And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times, converted on 3rd down, but on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
And McManus able to put it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 47 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Mike, hey, lady! Here we go.
On first down, it's Stafford. Snead's got it. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On second down, it's Austin, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. On third down, Stafford. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Stafford now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Second down and goal. Stafford, and that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Willie Snead, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning until you run.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Redskins, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.